good morning to you, good morning. Monday, the 5th of December 2022. It's 8 o'clock, which means that it's time for a slow drive down to Uzursa because ever since the start of the COVID situation, Francine, better not run her over. Ever since the start of the COVID situation, they started opening the shop at 8:30 in the morning. Now, the idea was because the regulations commanded a maximum number of people in various shops according to how many square feet or square meters they'd got. They worked out that the way to get through the day was to open earlier so that you can spread the crowds out a little bit. That, and of course encouraging people not to take their children to the shop, which, you know, I think we've all got awful memories of going shopping and getting stuck at checkout behind the woman with 3 kids that were screaming and fighting. So, yeah, a slow run down to Uzur. It doesn't take 30 minutes to get there. Google Maps says it takes 19 minutes. Well, yes, that's if you rush along at the speed limit. If you take it a little bit steadier, you can make it last a bit longer. But there we are, that's what we're doing to start with. Well, it's been a little bit of a slow shop today. I've just finished in that shop. It's a good shop to know about and to go into, but sometimes I had this bizarre idea that because someone I know is pregnant and because their grandmother-in-law loves knitting, I thought I would buy some wool. And I thought I'll go in there because they sell knitting wool. Yeah, they don't. Everything that looks like knitting wool, of course, is acrylic. I started in the Intermarché at 8:30 when they opened the doors. That was good. Then I went, let me just put my seatbelt on before the car gets really upset. Right, let's shut the car up. Then I went in the Brico-Marché. Something that I'd run out, not quite run out of, but hadn't got enough for the next job, was 1.5mm 3-core electric cable. And I sort of need some. And yeah, when you buy reels of cable, that's a very quick way of spending a lot of money, but you know, these things have to be done. So now we're going to go back and do some work. Anyone want a pizza out of the machine? Well, it's a grey sort of day. Chilly, and the weather forecast says that Friday night going into Saturday morning is going to be cold, up to -5 centigrade. Now, okay, I know those of you in Canada are going to say, what's he talking about, that's not cold. But for me, that's cold. And there's an absolute outside possibility we could have just a sprinkling of snow this week. It's possible. I don't think it will happen, but we shall see. So the first job of the day when I get back, well, the first job of course is to put the kettle on. The second job is to box up the firewood that I've already cut and keep the house warm. Pair of partridges. I don't know if you saw those, I did. Shouldn't they be in a pear tree? Okay, well, I sort of promised that I would explain what this thing is, and it actually tells us on it. Let's turn that round, and it's un pains block. Don't worry about these other letters, they don't tell us very much. What this tells us is it's a type of patent. It's a type of patent that ceased to be in 1968, I think. The general style of this tool, you know, it's pretty old, isn't it? I don't know how old, no idea. But what it's for, imagine that we are trying to weld together two pieces of material. There we are, two pieces of material. What we do, let's pop you down a moment. We screw this screw down until it's sort of not tight, but close to being tight, and then you close it, and this arrangement sort of over centers it and locks it. And to unlock it, you open that, pop that off, and there we are. It's been replaced very much with what you and I would all call mole grips. The clue that this has been used, it's got a little bit of weld damage to it, and I suspect it's missing some sort of foot from that. Doesn't stop it working, doesn't stop it being a wonderful piece of ironmongery. Now, should I just clean it and put it on the wall, or should I clean it and paint it and put it on the wall? Or should I throw it away, or sell it, or just from time to time use it for holding things together? Now, some things seem like a good idea.